Hello, I hope you are all doing well. We are going to look at some commonly used expressions. We are going to look at idiomatic expressions and then their meanings. Okay, so first look at what idiomatic expression is, then look at some examples and also learn to use them in forming sentences on our own. We have to learn to use them in forming meaningful sentences on our own. So when we say idiomatic expressions, they are expressions which meaning cannot be derived from individual words. Their meaning, we cannot make them from the single words that come together to form these expressions. We can only make meaning when they are put together, and especially when they are used in sentences, we can be able to deduce proper meaning from them. And so to learn to use them effectively, it means that we must be abreast with these idioms. Okay? So we will look at some of them as we continue the lesson. So the first one we want to look at is down to earth. When we say someone is down to earth, it means the person is practical. Okay? The person is very practical with issues. Then behind the scene. To do something behind the scene means to do something privately, something in secrecy, okay? Something in secret. So that is behind the scene. To make ends meet. To make ends meet is to live within one's means. Being able to live within what one is able to attain at the end of the day, not living above it. One being able to live within what he or she has. Then to chip in means to interrupt. You chip in means to interrupt. Mostly when you're having a conversation, people having a conversation before you appear at the scene. When you want to say something, I want to chip in this, meaning you interrupt into what is already been, what is going on, okay, what is taking place before you arrive. So you chip in with an idea. I want to chip in with this. Yes, meaning that is what we say with that. Then we have hold one's tongue. To hold one's tongue means to be silent, to keep quiet. Okay, practically if you try holding your tongue, you realize that it is difficult to talk. Okay, so in a situation where you have a misunderstanding with someone, but for you not to offend, you say that you prefer to hold your tongue, to keep quiet or to keep silent. Then we also have keep one's head above the water. To keep one's head above the water. Okay, these are just some common things we can try to figure out. If you have ever swum in a pool, okay, you keep your head above the water, it makes you see the danger ahead. Is that not it? So it also helps, in others, keep you to stay away from trouble or danger. So we can say that to keep one's head above the water, we say it means to stay out of trouble or difficulty. Then the next one is thick in the head. You are thick in the head. The person is stupid. Keep up, to continue with something, to keep up the good work, to continue with it. Died down. The issue died down eventually when the police arrived. So the issue decreased, or they were able to calm the situation down. Completely at sea, to be totally confused, not clear with something. So a teacher could be teaching and one is not able to make meaning out of it. It means you are completely at sea, you are confused. To be in high spirits, meaning to be cheerful. To be cheerful. I woke up this morning in high spirits, expecting to have a blissful day. So you were cheerful, you were hopeful. That is to be in high spirits. Hair stood on end. Hair stood on end. Mostly when you are afraid, okay? That's that you have this thing on your body, your hairs or the hairs on your body seem to be on edge. They are like awake or something. You can see that you have these goose pimples all over. Okay, so it means one is terrified or frightened. At his wit's end is another idiom. At his wit's end, when one is at a point and you don't know what to do. You have exhausted all the means of survival, so you don't know what to do. A red letter day. A red letter day. It's a memorable day. A day you will never forget. It's a red letter day. Talk her way out to defend herself. So Elsie was able to talk her way out when they were called into the headmaster's office. So she was able to defend herself. Then we have to be armed to the teeth. To be armed to the teeth. That's we say that to be fully prepared or fully armed. So usually we say that the police arrived at the scene very armed to the teeth or armed to the teeth. It means they were fully armed, okay? They came so much prepared. Okay, so for assignment, this is what we do. You have just about 6 of them. You are to form meaningful sentences with these idioms. With each of these idioms, form sentences. So 1, talk her way out. Talk her way out. Keep up. Keep up. Down to earth. Down to earth. Behind the scene. Sit on the fence. When someone is sitting on the fence, the person is either idle, not doing anything, okay, not contributing to whatever is going on. The person is sitting on the fence. Not a spark of decency. Someone who lacks manners. Someone who lacks manners. So with these few words or these few expressions, form meaningful sentences on your own. So this is where we will end the lesson. So briefly, we have looked at idiomatic expressions and also identify some commonly used ones and their meanings. Let us try as much as possible to have this in our notes and then use them in order to be abreast with them. Thanks so much for your time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.